When you were blamed for something you didn't do. My coworker stole my lunch and blamed me for attempted murder when his throat started to swell shut. It all started when I brought my usual pad thai to the office in a purple container with my name written on it in thick marker. But that morning, a coworker joked, "Careful with your food. The lunch thief is active again." I just smiled. No one had ever touched my food. But suddenly, there was a loud crash from the break room. Our director, Max, stumbled out, red-faced and gasping for air, clutching his throat and whispering EpiPen. While someone called 911, I ran in and saw my container open on the counter. The pad thai was half-eaten, peanut sauce still on the fork, my name staring back at me from the lid like an accusation. The next day, my boss asked, "Did you know he had a peanut allergy?" Of course not. We barely spoke. I pulled out another container of pad thai I cook in batches and started eating in front of him. "I eat this all the time." He nodded. "You shouldn't have touched your food." I exhaled, but I was wrong to relax. A week later, HR called me in. Max claimed I targeted him out of jealousy. The HR director, Lauren, whom I barely knew, took his side. "Maybe you offered him the food? This feels like an attack on a vulnerable colleague." I replied, "It's just pad thai, my food, with my name on it." But that didn't stop her. 2 days later, I was fired. Security walked me out with a cardboard box like I was a criminal. The humiliation was immediate, but the anger lasted. I began gathering evidence. Then suddenly, the company owner, Mr. Woods, called me. It turned out my boss had been documenting everything and forwarding it to him. Due to the seriousness of the accusations, Mr. Woods had quietly hired a private investigator. And then came the bombshell. Lauren and Max were in a romantic relationship. Dinner bills, hotels, shared rides to work. Even worse, Max had 3 previous complaints about food theft from other women, all of them buried by HR. And then, the final blow. Photos from their romantic dinners somehow ended up in the hands of both their spouses. They were both fired for misconduct and conspiracy. And me? I was promoted. Now I enjoy my weekly pad thai in the executive office that used to be his.